Hi Conley Clan fam! I have a very exciting grocery haul video for you guys today. It is the beginning of the month grocery haul, and we're going to be doing some shopping in 2 different states. So we are starting out this grocery haul in Omaha, and we're ending it in Texas. So if you want to see how we shop for 2 houses, stick around. So today's grocery haul is going to be just a little bit different than normal because we are starting out our shopping in Omaha. So I will have a once a month Omaha Walmart order and a once a month Texas Walmart order, and then our weekly orders that we usually do. So that's going to be a little bit different too, because for the first week of August, we actually kind of ate out of our kitchen pantry. And then the last day before we left, we got food like we went to Burger King and we got some pizza and just some easy things to make it just a little bit easier on us because we were packing and getting ready to come here. If you haven't seen that video, you can check that video out. I will link it at the end of this video. But I have to do Walmart shopping in Omaha, Walmart shopping in Texas, and then I don't know if I'm going to do H-E-B or Aldi. Aldi is about a 45-minute drive from us, and H-E-B, I found a larger H-E-B that does curbside pickup in Beeville, and it is only about a 30-minute drive from us instead of Aldi, which is a 45-minute drive from us. So we may do that instead. So first, let me show you what we got in our Omaha Walmart order. All right, here is the monthly Walmart order for the Omaha house. I spent about half of what I normally do because we know we're going to Texas. Exciting! So here's what I got. I got 12 of the hot and spicy beef, 12 of the hot and spicy chicken, 6 of the hot and spicy shrimp, 6 of the beef flavor, 6 of the chicken flavor, 45-year anniversary on that one. Anyways, we got all of the ramen because last time when we came back from Texas, it made it so much easier to have that here. So we weren't like rushing to the store when we got back because we had nothing to eat. So I went ahead and got those. We're going to put those in the cupboard for when we get back. I bought a bag of potatoes. I thought we could have baked potatoes for a dinner. That's a really simple dinner, but that allowed me to not get so much stuff to have to put back in the cupboards. So we will do that before we leave. I've got buttermilk and evaporated milk. Those 2 things were in a recipe that I was going to make. I don't have any in the cupboards, and so I went ahead and got those 2 just to keep in the cupboard. That is the same thing with the dry milk. There was a recipe I think that called for that, and so I went ahead and bought that so I could make that recipe when we get back. So I didn't have any of that in the cupboard either. I thought it'd just be nice to have that in there. I got the 2 distilled waters back here. Those are for Logan's bottles. We use those to fill up bottles, and we pre-fill them and then put formula in them when it's time. I got 2 bags of oyster crackers. Those are to make a snack. They're like ranch flavored crackers. The kids really liked it, and so I thought that'd be a really easy snack to make too. I'm trying to do simple since we're getting ready to leave. We've got to pack. We haven't done any packing yet, and we're leaving in a couple days. So I got the Himalayan salt, and I got fine. This way we're not trying to grind it for all of our recipes. We can just pull it straight out of here. It will be much, much easier. Garlic salt, ground nutmeg, minced onion, and the Creole. These were all seasonings that I did not have in my cupboard already, but I wanted them to be there. So I went ahead and got those. Over here, I got the big cheese popcorn that will also be for a snack, and the kids love the cheese popcorn, and so I was going to buy 2 boxes, but I thought, you know what, I'll just get 1 since we know we're leaving. The Cholula, we were all out. We had 2 large bottles. They were both gone, and the kids have been missing it. So I got some Cholula. I got some of these takeaways. I have 5 in the cupboard. If you have been watching, you know I've been putting our yogurt in these when we make it. And so I got 5 more, so we have a total of 10 now. That means everybody can have one of those, all of the kids anyways. I got our Tide. We were just about out of Tide, and I still have some laundry to do before we leave, so I got another one of those. Some disinfecting wipes. We were about out, and so I got some of those to keep in the pantry as well. Sean, he loves using straws. He kind of uses them like toothpicks, and so I got some straws for him. We've got 2 of the Aussie shampoo and conditioner packages. This is what I use for shampoo and conditioner. I did not have a backup anymore, and so I bought 2 of them, one to make sure that I always have a backup on that. And then as long as I have this now, I know when I come back from Texas that we will have it. We got dusting spray. Our dusting spray, the top of it up here broke, and we can no longer push it. So I had to get another one of those. Binkies. Logan uses these Binkies, and they are his favorite. We only had like 4 of them that I had left over from Christian, and I think actually from Gavin. And so I went ahead and got 2 more of those. These are really expensive now. They're like about $5 for a package of 2, which just seems crazy to me because I think that's double the price they used to be. Then the feminine products and the training pants. So those are for Christian. We have put him in training pants now, and that way we can potty train him. So we are on our way. We're just starting with that. No rush. I don't like to rush things. It's just a little bit more stressful. I like to just kind of let him do it at his own pace, and he's doing really well so far. Huggies. He is still in diapers at night. We actually have to double diaper him because he potties so much, because he drinks so much water, which I don't want to discourage the water drinking. So we have the Huggies, and I will take some of those with us to Texas. I've got toothpaste. Same thing with the shampoo and conditioner. I did not have a backup anymore, so I went ahead and got 2, one to use now and one for a backup. This, the body soap, they have been out of the pomegranate forever. And so I went ahead and got 2 of the pomegranate. Even though we have other fragrances, I wanted to make sure we have some of these and a backup because they're usually out of that. So I've got just 1 body soap. I have tons of this in the cupboard, but I thought it would be good just to make sure that we always have it. And so I bought another one to keep in there. We may take that with us to Texas too, because I'm not sure how much I have there. I got a backup to our hand soap. I do have some of these under the cupboard, but I don't want to run out, so I just make sure I always grab 1 or 2 of those when I shop at Walmart. I got the kids' toothpaste to keep as a backup, the deodorant to keep as a backup. We have a lot of kids using deodorant now, and so I went ahead and got some of that. And then some razors to keep for backups. Duct tape. We use this for labeling our totes, our boxes. Sean uses it sometimes for projects he's doing, so I went ahead and got some duct tape. Last, I got some children's pain reliever. I have been buying the chewables now. I usually buy liquid, but these are so handy, and I can stick them in my purse, and it just makes life a little easier with these. So I got the chewables, and Deb Levon, I got some allergy relief for Jade. You had mentioned getting Benadryl and keeping that on hand because she had that breakout in Texas because of the cedar. So thank you for reminding me, because when you said that, I put that on my list, and here it is. So we will take this to Texas with us just in case there is another reaction to the cedar. This right here is what I got for our Omaha house from Walmart, and this was $258.49. I always forget that we have dog food. It gets brought in and then set down, and then I space it off. But that is also part of our Walmart haul. I want to show you guys this sign real quick. My mom brought this over for me the other day. I just love it. This will go, actually, it matches this kitchen, but it will be perfect in our Texas house because we are planning on getting animals, and that has our animals on there. But she made this, and I just thought it was so cool, and it turned out really good, and I love how it matches our black and white. So thanks, Mom. She actually does sell her crafts at a store in Valley, Nebraska. So if you're from our area, make sure you go check it out. It is called Retail Therapy. When we first got here to Texas, we had like nothing in the house. So we had to do a quick run to the HEB that's in Refugio and just grab a few things for like that evening and the next day. So that way it would get us through until I could do an online order. So I did not record that. We were exhausted and everybody was starving, and so we just went ahead, bought it, came back, ate, and so we ended up getting though stuff for we had eggs and toast and sausage for breakfast, and then we had just frozen pizzas for lunch, which are one of the kids' favorites, and then for dinner we just did tacos. So really easy stuff, but all of that, plus we ended up grabbing like some milk and some energy drinks and a few other things just to put in the fridge. And that cost us $84.70. Next is Texas. So I also had to do some shopping at Walmart here in Texas because we pretty much ate through everything before we left, and if we didn't, we threw away most of the fridge items because we didn't know when we were coming back. I did have some things in the cupboards, but not a whole lot. So here is our once a month Walmart order for Texas. It is time for our Walmart order in our Texas house, and here we are. So I didn't need very much, and I am splitting it, like I said, between the two houses. So I've got 7 jugs of the distilled water. We use that for our baby bottles. And also the water here is well water, so we have decided that we're going to start buying some water too. So we're going to check into Culligan. Do any of you guys have Culligan or something similar? Because I'd be interested in hearing more about that. We also have some training pants. Christian is doing so well potty training. He's been asking us now to use the restroom, and I am so proud of him, so I'm super excited about that. We got the dryer sheets, we've got some plastic wrap and some wax paper. We are going to try to continue doing our homemade stuff. We just need to get settled in a little bit before we can start that. I've got razor blades, that's a backup one, some allergy relief. John takes this, and so I brought one, but I wanted a backup here. We got our disinfecting wipes for cleaning. We got our hand soaps. We've got the big one. I usually use this like by the kitchen sink, and then a couple for the bathroom sinks. And so I've got 3 of those total. I got some of our body soap. This is just an extra for the cabinet. I like keeping extras on hand at both houses. I've got our special shampoo, we call it. A couple of the kids use that, so I got an extra one of those. Some dusting spray. There isn't a whole lot here to dust, but I wanted to make sure we had some of that. Couldn't remember if we had it, so I went ahead and got one to keep just in the cabinet. It could be an extra if we need to. I did not have an extra of my shampoo and conditioner here, so I went ahead and got an extra one of those. I've got the Suave for the body soap. We've been going back and forth between this and some of the other types of Suave, but they had this. It was in my list that I had, and so I just went ahead and got that. My face wash, I got some of that. I use that, Sean uses it, and Emma uses it too. I got some of the kids. This is their shampoo, the littler kids, so like Charlie, sometimes Gavin I think uses that. We've started using that for Christian, and so we got one of those. That is a backup. Ramen, you guys know we love ramen, but they were all out of spicy chicken, so I got 24 of the spicy beef instead. It was supposed to be 12 of the beef, 12 of the chicken, and then I got 6 of the hot and spicy shrimp. But because they were out of the hot and spicy chicken, I ended up having to get 24 of the hot and spicy beefs. We will just keep those in the cabinet for a time when we can't make something homemade and we need something to eat. So we will just use those for convenience. And then I've got these cheddar cheese crackers for a snack. I just needed a few things, again, until we could get some of our homemade stuff purchased. Ranch seasoning, I like using this. I'm going to try having salads while we're here. Okay, back here I've got the cheesy popcorn. We love having that, and so I went ahead and got a box of that. The Cholula for the cabinet because we're almost out here. Some animal crackers, that will be for a snack probably today. I know Christian's already tried breaking into those, so he's excited about those animal crackers. We have a birthday this month, so she chose Funfetti Oreo. and the cinnamon swirl. It is Isabella's birthday. She's going to be turning 8, so make sure you keep an eye out for her birthday video. It will be at the end of the month. And we also got the Oreo frosting to go on the Oreo cake. We got powdered sugar to make some of our fun baking stuff. Cornstarch, I couldn't remember if I had that in the cupboard. I went ahead and got one anyways. Some buttermilk. There was something back in Omaha that I saw on my list on Pinterest that I wanted to make, and it took this buttermilk, and I think it was the ranch, like these ranch seasoning packets right here. I think that it goes to that, and that is to make homemade ranch instead, and I really want to do that. So I'm going to try that, and I will use the buttermilk for that. I've got garlic salt. We seem to have garlic powder, but not garlic salt, so I got that. And I also bought the fine Himalayan salt. I just got this for our Omaha house, and I wanted to have some of this here too. It's going to make things so much easier instead of using that grinder. I've got Tide for laundry detergent. We have one, but I wanted a backup. I've got Irish Spring for Sean's soap. He likes using that. I really like the Moisture Blast kind. So I've got the dog biscuits because Jade is always asking us about training the dogs and having dog treats. So I don't think we have any here. I went ahead and got her a box for her dog training. And then our potatoes, we like to have baked potatoes. Sean and I we like to do that too for lunch sometimes. So we will have that for a lunch, and also we could use this in the morning for some Southwest potatoes. I really love making those. All right, we also have the unicorn sparkle ice cream. This is what Isabella really wanted for her birthday. I thought I'd go ahead and get it now. I wasn't sure what HEB has, so we'll just keep this in the freezer. Actually, you know what will probably happen? It will probably get eaten, and then I will probably have to just buy more for her birthday, but that's okay. It looks really fun. It's really rainbowy, and the kids love unicorns. And so also down here, I got some copy paper. I got our paper towels. I think we're all out here, so I got some of those. And then our toilet paper, of course. So that is our Walmart order for our Texas house for the month of August. It was $223.70. Now, normally what I do is I do my first week of Aldi order in Omaha, but since we're in Texas, and we pretty much just ate out of the pantry for our first week of August, I am going to show you our second week of August order, and we did not go to Aldi this time. We went to HEB, and I was happily surprised that I spent about the same amount that I do at Aldi. Although when you watch this, you're going to see that some of the items weren't quite what I expected them to be. Well, we are in Texas, and we have our 1 week of HEB order here. Yes, I said HEB. We did not go to Aldi this time. We found an HEB closer to us, and their prices are about as good as Aldi's. So I'm going to start here with burrito bowls. So we're starting with dinner. I got burrito bowls, and we're going to do chicken tenders in that. And then I'd shred them up. I put them in the crock pot, shred them up, and then I use the chicken broth there. So I got 2 containers of chicken broth for that. And then I got 2 boxes of rice. Usually I get the big rice, and usually I get brown, but a couple of the kids like the white rice. So I went ahead and got 2 boxes of the white rice to pour in that. And then we've got cheese that is just smothered with cheese on top. Black beans, so I got 2 cans of black beans. I've got a can of corn that goes in it, and then I got taco seasoning mix. I do want to make my own again, but I just needed to be able to get some things, so we had some food here. So I will start making our own taco seasoning again. I really like doing that, but I got 3 of the taco seasonings just to hold us over. The bag of cheese is a 32 ounce, so there are some other meals over here that the cheese goes in, but I wanted to get the bigger one because it was just a little bit cheaper. Then I have right here the crack chicken noodle soup. We had this last time we were here, and the kids just absolutely loved it. So that takes 2 boxes of the chicken broth, 2 little packages of the ranch dip. I have 2 packages of cream cheese, 2 cream of chicken soups, the spaghetti noodles. So I got 2 of those. Celery goes in it, so I got some celery and bacon, and I went ahead and got some regular bacon. I think last time I used bacon bits. We're going to try the regular bacon this time. So that is cracked chicken noodle soup. That is so good. Every kid loved it. They all had seconds, and so I'm going to make a big batch of it this time. Next, here is the chicken and wild rice soup. So I've got 2 boxes of the bone broth. I've got 2 boxes of the long grain and wild rice for the rice-a-roni kind. I've got a couple onions here. Actually, it takes 1 of these onions. It also takes a little bit of celery. It takes some other things, like I think some of the cheese over here. But I had everything else. It takes like salt, pepper, a bunch of seasonings. And so this is all I needed to buy right here for the chicken and wild rice soup. I have never made this. It's new, but it sounded really good. And so I thought I would go ahead and try that. So that's going to be a dinner. Then our famous chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. So we got a bag of the chicken tenders. Those are always my favorite. They cook up so nice in the crock pot. They're so tender. I got 2 cans of the cream of chicken soup. That is for gravy. I got a big box of the Hungry Jack mashed potatoes. We will probably go through almost that entire box. The kids love mashed potatoes with the gravy on them. And so that will be a dinner. And then we also have another new one called cheesy potato and sausage. It also goes in the crock pot. I'm trying to do some more crock pot meals because that way we don't heat up the house with the oven and the stove. So we're doing a lot more crock pot dinners right now. That way the air conditioning doesn't have to try to keep up. So for that, I already got a bag of potatoes from Walmart. Then I've got the easy melt cheese that goes in there. I've got 2 of the smoked sausages. And then everything else, like all the seasonings and stuff, I have already. And so that will be a dinner. One more here, and that is the Mexican pizzas. So that I have the refried beans. I got 4 cans of refried beans here, 2 and 2. And then I've got enchilada sauce, 2 cans of enchilada sauce. I've got tortillas. I got 2 bags of tortillas. I already have some in the cupboard too that we bought when we first got here. So those will also substitute if we need some more here. I've got a bag of, just like a smaller bag of the mild cheddar there. And that stuff will be to make the Mexican pizzas. I think I also have a green pepper over here that I forgot to put with this, but I think that goes with that too. And then I am going to try to make a gumbo, but I don't know, a lot of this stuff I wasn't sure. I've never really bought from H-E-B very often, and so I wasn't sure how big everything was. So I may need both of these for this meal, and so I may have to just put the gumbo off until next week when I can get another smoked sausage. But I've got shrimp for that meal. I've got the Mexican style diced tomatoes, some tomato paste, and I think I had everything else except for I needed chicken, and I did order another bag of chicken. I need the chicken actually for that, and I need the chicken for the chicken and wild rice soup. I had ordered at least 3 bags of chicken, but I only got 2. Now I think these 2 bags over here I could split up to go towards one of these other meals, but I am going to need to get another bag of chicken. So again, with the gumbo, I'll have to go get some sausage and some chicken. That's not a big deal. We do also have an H-E-B just about 10 minutes away from us, and so we may just hit that one when we go into town. Now we've got lunches over here. So we've got the marinara sauce. So if you can guess, this is for our pizza bombs. And so we got marinara, our pepperoni pizza slices. So I've got 2 bags of those. And then I've got the mozzarella cheese. I got a big block of that. And I also bought some things over on the other table to make the pizza dough. Emma loves making those. She was excited to see. She actually said to me, "Oh, you mean I get to make those here in Texas too?" And so we're going to have those for a lunch. Then another lunch I thought that would be nice is taquitos. And so I went ahead and got some the tortillas, the corn tortillas for those. I've got 2 bags of that. Then I've got the ground hamburger here. That goes in there. And then I believe that I had everything else I needed for that meal. That actually doesn't take very many ingredients at all. So we are going to have some beef taquitos for a lunch. The pot stickers, if you've been around a while, you know when we were here last time, I really love the HEB pot stickers. I try so hard to stay away from them, but I thought it would be like a good Friday lunch. So I got some pot stickers for myself. We're going to do Sloppy Joes. Gavin has been begging me to do Sloppy Joes. He absolutely loves having Sloppy Joes. So I got 2 cans of Sloppy Joe mix and some ground beef for that. And then also we had to get, of course, the buns. So I got 3 bags of the hamburger buns. All right, next up is Italian subs. Oh, those sound really good. I love Italian sandwiches. I am mostly Italian, so okay, I have the hot dog buns here. So I've got a 16 count and an 8 count. I figured that should be enough sandwiches. They really didn't have like the sub buns. And so I just thought the hot dog buns will do just as well. So I've got the hot dog buns. I've got the pepperoncinis there. I thought that would be fun to put in there. I think the kids will like those. Then I've got the, let's see, the salami here. Ooh, yum. And then I've got 2 things of ham, smoked ham. That will be for the sandwiches here. The hot Italian sandwiches. I also got cheese for that. So provolone and cheddar and Colby Monterey Jack. So that will go on the Italian subs as well. But then I also have club sandwiches. Ooh, I thought those would be good too. So I got turkey breast to go. I just got 1 package of the turkey breast for the clubs. I thought I could probably, if I have any ham left over or salami left over, we could put those on the club sandwiches. And then I got 2 packages of the bacon. That is to go on top of those club sandwiches. We do also have lettuce and stuff I bought on the other counter for salads. We'll use some of that. We'll use some of the cheese there. So I always like when I can buy things and they can go for several different meals, because then I'm using everything up. So I love being able to do that. For those club sandwiches though, I have to have bread. So the bread is right there. I got 4 packages of the thin sliced bread. We always use that for sandwiches when we get here. Then for myself and for Sean, I got 2 heads of lettuce, 1 cucumber, and 2 bags of the bacon bits. That is for us to make salads for lunch. I keep saying this, I really want to try eating more salads. And I feel like we always make such good things now, I want to try them, and then I end up not eating salad. So hopefully I will start making some more salads for myself, because I really, really would love to eat a little bit healthier. And we are going to try doing that with our homemade stuff, doing some healthy homemade things. Then also with some of this bread, I'm going to make grilled cheese sandwiches, where this cheese comes in. So I've got the American sandwich slices. So we're going to make some grilled cheese sandwiches for a lunch as well. Sometimes I'll get tomato soup with it. I'm going to have to look. We do have some stuff down in our pantry still here, canned items. So I'll have to see if I have any of that down there. But sometimes the kids like that and some of them don't really like it. So, but we will do grilled cheese. And then for breakfast, I've got the English muffins. I got 4 packages of the English muffins here. Those are going to be to make like the Egg McMuffin sandwiches like you would get at McDonald's. And so I've got this, the cheese can go for that, or I can use some of the other cheese on the other table. And the eggs, I've got 3 dozen of the eggs here. That is not only for the Egg McMuffin sandwiches, but that is also to make breakfast burritos. And like I said, I have a ton of tortillas in the cupboard that we bought when we first got here. So we are going to make those 2 different types of things, and I'm going to try to freeze them so the kids can just warm them up in the morning. I thought that would be a great idea. I had some viewers say that in the comments too, and so I'm going to try doing that with both the sandwiches and with the breakfast burritos. But to go along with both of those, I've got the sausage patties. That is for the Egg McMuffins. And I've got the sausage links here, and that is for the breakfast burritos. So we will use those. And then I also got some queso. We love queso dip, but this is fun to put on breakfast burritos because it makes them taste so good, and they taste similar to Taco Bell's when you do them that way. So also for breakfast, we are going to do sheet pan pancakes. I had several people mention that in the comments as well. So I thought that was a great idea. So thank you so much for mentioning that. I had never heard of them, but they seem like they're so much easier to do. So I'm going to do that, and I got strawberry jam so we can swirl that in there, and I got some blueberries so that way we can put some blueberries in there, and then I'm going to also make like some cinnamon sugar ones. Whew, I think that will be really good and the kids will love that. Okay, one last thing here for breakfast, and that is the oatmeal. Now, let me tell you, this is the first time I'm buying online at H-E-B, so I placed a curbside pickup order and then we ran in and picked it up. So I tried looking at ounces and things, and I'm not familiar with everything I buy and what ounces it is. So this Quick Oats is going to feed it like one child, but I did not realize how small it was. So I will have to get a bigger one next time, but this will go in the cupboard to do a breakfast. And then I've got snacks here, so carrots, bananas. The kids have already broken into the bananas. If you can see, I've only got 4 left. They were so hungry, and so they all asked if they could have those. So we did have a bigger batch of those. Then we've got a bag of apples and also a bag of mandarin oranges. Those are all for snacks. Then I've got our sweet and salty bars, our apple bars, our granola bars, and 2 boxes of the graham crackers, 1 box of they're kind of like Ritz crackers, and also some of the peanut butter cheese crackers. Now, you see that I bought snacks, and they're not homemade snacks, and that is because for this first week, I need to have just easy, because we are unpacking and we are just getting used to being here in Texas, and it's just going to be a lot easier to do some really quick snacks. That way we don't have to home make every meal and snacks too. Sour cream, that will go for multiple meals. Could go for breakfast, could go for some of the lunches, could go for some of the dinners. So we always keep sour cream on hand. I only bought 2 this time. We had been going through less in Omaha, so we'll see if those get used up right away or not. Energy drinks, I bought 8 of the Monsters. Flour, I bought 2 bags of the all-purpose flour. Now this I thought was going to be a lot bigger. I thought it was going to be like a normal size flour bag like we get when we are in Omaha, and it was not. So again, ordering online, sometimes you just don't know what you're getting. I got 2 bags of the all-purpose flour. Same thing with the sugar. It ended up being a really tiny bag, but I got a bag of the sugar. So next week when I order, I'll have to get more, and I'll just have to find the bigger bags. I got baking powder. I've got unsalted butter. So I've got 1, 2, 3 boxes of the unsalted butters. We go through a lot of this when we make our own doughs. And we are planning on actually making some Danishes. Instead, I thought that would be fun to do instead of Pop-Tarts. And so that some of those blueberries could go for the Danishes. We could do blueberry Danishes. We could also do some cinnamon and sugar Danishes. I just thought that sounded so fun. And so I thought we would try that. Now, one of those cream cheeses will probably be used in those because I know it takes cream cheese. The kids hate cream cheese. So shh, don't tell them it's in there because I'm going to see what they think. Over here, I've got just some things that you just have to have in your house. So ketchup, and I got vegetable oil, canola oil, baking soda. I've got a thing of cinnamon. I think I have some of this already, but I got one just in case. We go through a lot of cinnamon. I've got a thing of vanilla here. I do have some in the pantry, but I wanted an extra. The heavy whipping cream. There's one of our meals that takes this, and I cannot remember if it's the pancakes or what it was. So anyways, I got a heavy whipping cream for that. This is super tiny. I thought this was double this size. I got some brown sugar here. This is also for one of our meals. I think it was for one of the breakfasts, and I think it might be the pancakes as well. So I've got some brown sugar. I couldn't remember if we had that in the cupboard, and I just thought it'd be easier just to grab it. Kleenexes, a box of Kleenex, because sometimes you just need those. Toothpaste, because we want to make sure we have clean teeth and fresh breath. I've got a kid's one, and I've got one for Sean and I. Then I've got some lemon. There's a recipe that calls for this too, and so I just thought I'd keep this on hand. I've got some mayonnaise because we didn't have any, and we tried making sandwiches and we had to use mustard instead because we were all out of this. I did get this Chipotle mayo, and I thought that would be fun to use on sandwiches, and also there was one of the other things that I was going to make, and I cannot remember which one it was, but I thought it'd be fun to use the mayonnaise on that. Then, oh, you know what? It was the club sandwiches. I thought this would be fun on the club sandwiches. That sounds so good to me. I love Chipotle stuff, and so do the kids. I've got baby wipes. I always get fragrance free. So I got a package of 3 of the baby wipes. I got a package of baby diapers. So he's in a size 1 right now. And then I've got this pepper right here. I think this goes over in the Mexican pizzas, and this might as well go with the Mexican pizzas. I couldn't remember at first, but I think that's what the tomatoes and the pepper are for. And then last, I've got my Beringer White Zinfandel wine, so I can have a glass of wine in the evenings. This right here was $384.83. So our total for the beginning of August is $951.72. I think I'm doing pretty good considering we're already buying for the second week of August, and we ate out of our pantry for the first week. So if you are interested to see what we end up spending for the whole month of August, make sure to catch our end of the month grocery haul too. But we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.